Hi, Alan here, lower corner of the picture. I want to, well, first of all, I want to welcome you if this is your first time you're seeing any of my work. This is my ongoing adventure in life, traveling by RV. This is starting out on September 15 in Cascade, Idaho, and traveling that day to Challis, Idaho. So I've got some photos that lead up to Challis, and I've got a bunch of photos of the Challis area. Challis is a place that if you look at it on Wikipedia or something, it doesn't look like much. It's a town of less than 1,000 people. It's basically in the high desert at 8,000 feet. But Challis is the center of a tremendous amount of activity, and I want to clue you in on some of that activity and where I stayed and all that kind of stuff as we go along. So if you want, join me here. We're starting out at Kelly's Whitewater Park. This is a park that is dedicated, named after a young woman named Kelly Brennan. She must have made a heck of an impact because they built a nice park for her. She unfortunately passed away in 1997 at the age of 23 in a car accident. She was a passenger, and that's all explained in a plaque that I'll show you in a moment. This is a river that runs right through the town of Cascade, which is another really neat place to visit. And I'm going to have a whole separate post about Cascade, Lake Cascade, and the state park there because there's so many different camping sites. It's really kind of an amazing experience, and I want to kind of bring you fully up to speed on what Cascade is all about. So here are a couple shots of Kelly's Whitewater Park. You'll see that kayakers come here and they surf in the waters. It's maybe 50 to 100 yards long. So they go back and forth through the rapids and, work their challenges there. It's pretty neat. I don't do it myself, but I went down there to check it out. And I also went down there to soak my legs in the cool water because I've had a touch of shin splints, and cool water seemed to help. So anyway, this is a statue of Kelly. This is a sign of the times, sign of the seasons. You can see the tree going through its color change. There is some actual color out here in this area of Idaho. It's not all just yellow. That's what I saw in Colorado. And this was taken around September 14 or 15. Now, this is a road stop along the roadside. I was on, and forgive me as I check my notes, I was traveling along the Wildlife Canyon Scenic Byway. This is the road that passes through Loman on the way to Challis. It was a 185-mile drive, which was really not my intent that day, but I guess I got carried away and did the full drive. It was a full day, and I don't necessarily encourage doing that. That was more like a 6 hours on the road. It was leisurely hours, but it was still 6 hours on the road. The roads that I traveled between Cascade and Challis, you can check Google Maps, are right along rivers and up and over a mountain pass. And you're going to see a photograph of that in a minute and something kind of neat at the top of the mountain pass. But this was a great place to stop for lunch. You can see the remoteness of the area. And this is looking in both directions. And you can see the river right alongside. I had plenty of room to open up the slide outs and really kind of relax a little bit and make a sandwich and, take a seat outside and just enjoy the scenery and enjoy the early autumn here, even though it's still late summer. Real beautiful spot. And again, real remote. I easily could have spent the night here. I think I was here for half an hour or an hour, and I don't think anybody passed me. So there's not a lot of traffic on this road or all the way through to Challis. It's a very remote area. It borders on the Frank Church Wilderness area, and it's the Lost River Wilderness, which I understand is the second largest wilderness area in the United States, largest forested area. The largest wilderness area in general is Death Valley. As you proceed eastbound towards Challis, you're going to, and this is before the town of Stanley, which has record of being the coldest town in the United States. And I'll show you some photos of Stanley Lake a little bit later. This is a 7,200-foot elevation banner summit that you pass over. Real easy drive to get up there. But what impressed me as I stopped there was you're entering a new national forest, and more importantly, to the left, you see that stake that goes 12 feet above you, and that would be for measuring snow depth. This again was September 15, so I didn't encounter any snow, but I have some stories for you coming up that what happens with early season snow, because it can and does happen. So this is continuing along the road towards the town of Challis. And this is the town of Challis. This is actually the campground that I arrived at. The mountains to the south are called the Lost River Range. This is late in the afternoon. You can see the sunlight lighting them up red. Again, the town is up around 8,000 feet, and those mountains go up to 10, 11,000 feet. So you're at pretty high elevation in this part of Idaho. The campground I stayed at is Challis Valley RV Resort. It's a very interesting place. I'm not going to play it up as an RV resort. It doesn't have hot tubs or anything like that. But the gentleman who owns it, his name is Frank. Let me tell you about Frank. First of all, he's a walking, talking chamber of commerce. This guy took me from planning on staying 1 or 2 nights to staying 3 or 4. And the previous guest that he had stayed, I think, 9 nights. If more people knew about this area, more people would be here and more people would stay more nights. And you're going to see why. It's not that the town of Challis or the RV park has anything exceptional to offer people. It's the area. The RV park is centrally located to a ton of stuff that deals with our history, mostly mining history, that's in this area. And whether you're into ghost towns or, like I say, American history, hiking, biking, camping, ATV rides, there's a tremendous amount of stuff that can be done in this area. So I recommend the Challis Valley RV Resort. Great rates. Just give him a call, find out what he's all about, or go see the posts on RV Park Reviews. But definitely a place worth staying. And if you come to Challis, I would say a dead minimum of 3 nights. Dead minimum of 3 nights. Some of the cloud formations off to the south that were just absolutely beautiful the other evening. And this is looking more off to the, what is that, the west. Just absolutely gorgeous area. The Sawtooth Range is what you pass through to get here. That's sunrise. Okay, this will do it for video 1, and in video 2, we're going to be looking at the Custer Motorway and 2 more ghost towns. A lot more to come, so join me in the second video. Thank you.